In physical therapy, one of the most common causes of workplace injuries we see, especially in manual labor and warehouse settings, comes down to poor lifting mechanics. Whether it's bending, reaching, or carrying, repeated small mistakes lead to big problems over time. That's why in this video, we're going to walk you through real examples of common lifting errors, and show you how to correct them using safer, smarter techniques. In the first example, you'll see someone reaching too far overhead, pulling the cooler down without engaging their core, and leaning back as it drops into their arms. This puts unnecessary stress on the shoulders, neck, and lower back. Now compare that with the proper technique. Notice how the lifter steps in close, braces their core, and supports the load with both arms before lowering it smoothly. The spine stays aligned, the movement is controlled, and the risk of strain is significantly reduced. Next, we're lifting from a low shelf. The mistake we see here is bending forward at the waist with straight legs, rounding the spine, and jerking the cooler upward. This creates shear forces through the lumbar spine and overloads the back. The correct way, a strong hip hinge combined with a knee bend. The back stays neutral, the load is kept close to the body, and the lift comes from the legs. It's a simple shift in movement pattern that makes a big difference in long-term safety. Let's move on to lifting a cooler from the ground using a shoulder strap. The incorrect version shows a one-handed, twisting lift with poor posture and no lower body involvement. This can easily lead to soft tissue injuries or muscle spasms. In the corrected version, the lifter gets low using a squat or lunge, keeps their spine upright, and brings the cooler up in line with their body before placing the strap over the shoulder. This reduces asymmetrical loading and makes the lift more efficient. Once the cooler is strapped on, posture while walking matters. Watch how the improper clip shows leaning into the weight, letting the cooler swing freely, and shifting body weight from side to side, all of which can cause fatigue and imbalance. The proper method: upright posture, core gently engaged, and the strap adjusted so the cooler stays secure and doesn't pull the trunk off center. Walking should be steady and symmetrical, minimizing unnecessary movement. Team lifts are great when done well, but they often go wrong. In the incorrect version, there's no communication, poor coordination, and uneven lifting, which can actually increase the risk of injury. The right way involves clear planning. Both lifters bend at the knees, lift at the same time, and move in sync. A simple verbal cue like 1, 2, 3, lift keeps both people safe and the object stable. Let's talk stairs. When climbing stairs with a load, use the handrail. The ideal is a reciprocal stepping pattern, alternating your legs, as long as the load is manageable. In some cases, like when the cooler is heavier or stability is limited, our non-reciprocal step pattern, one step at a time, offers more control. There's nothing wrong with taking it slower if it keeps you safer. Going downstairs is where extra caution is needed. Using the handrail, maintaining upright posture, and taking each step slowly ensures you stay balanced and minimize the force going through your knees and back. Lastly, let's look at putting the cooler back into a vehicle. In the improper example, the lifter bends over and swings the load into the car, rounding the spine and twisting under load, a classic recipe for injury. The safer version shows a split stance lift, spine in alignment, and the cooler guided into the vehicle with control. It's all about minimizing momentum and maximizing stability. These examples might seem small, but consistently using proper body mechanics can prevent injuries that take you off the job for weeks or months. So take your time, think through the movement, and prioritize technique over speed. The strongest workers aren't the ones who lift the fastest, they're the ones who lift smart. If you're unsure about a technique, or if lifting or carrying ever causes pain, don't ignore it. Talk to your supervisor or reach out to a licensed physical therapist. And remember, if you experience an injury on the job, no matter how minor, it's important to take action right away. Fill out an incident report as soon as possible, and notify your supervisor immediately. Reporting helps ensure you get the care you need and helps prevent future injuries on the job site.